So, can we have an honest conversation? If you've been trying to lose weight in today's world, chances are someone, maybe your doctor or a friend or your favorite Instagram wellness influencer, has mentioned GLP-1s. These are medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and others, originally developed to treat type 2 diabetes that are now being prescribed, and let's be honest, heavily hyped for weight loss. They've become the new buzzword, the next miracle solution, and for many, a beacon of hope after years, some even decades, of struggling to lose weight through diet and exercise alone. But here's the thing, like most so-called solutions, there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. These medications are powerful, yes, but they're not magic. And they're certainly not without risk or consequences. So in this video, let's break it all down, the good, the bad, and the truth about GLP-1s for weight loss. Let's start with the good, because yes, there is a lot of good here. GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1, a hormone that your body naturally produces in response to eating. It plays a key role in regulating blood sugar, slowing gastric emptying, how fast your food leaves your stomach, that is, and sending fullness signals to the brain. When you take a GLP-1 medication, it mimics this hormone, amplifying those natural effects. The result? You feel fuller faster and stay fuller longer. And many people report a dramatic reduction in cravings. Some even say that they forget to eat, a concept that sounds completely foreign if you spent a lifetime thinking about your next meal. For people dealing with insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, or type 2 diabetes, this regulation of blood sugar and appetite can be truly life-changing. Clinical studies show that individuals on GLP-1 medications can lose between 15 and 20% of their body weight. That's not drop a dress size territory. That's real, measurable, life-altering weight loss. In fact, the results are comparable to bariatric surgery, minus the invasiveness. And the benefits go well beyond the scale. These medications have shown to reduce the risk of major cardiovascular events like strokes, heart attacks, lowering blood pressure, improving cholesterol, and significantly enhancing insulin sensitivity. For someone facing the daily challenges of obesity-related health issues, this class of medication can offer both hope and healing. These are legitimate benefits, and they are backed by robust science. Now, that said, we need to shift gears because there's another side to this story, and it's a very important one. While these drugs offer promise, they also come with a fair amount of fine print. First, let's talk about the side effects. The most common ones are gastrointestinal, like nausea, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, and bloating. And no, they're not always mild or temporary. For some people, they feel so sick that they struggle to eat anything at all, which might sound like a fast track to lose weight, but it's far from healthy or sustainable. In more severe cases, some have developed gastroparesis, a condition where the stomach slows down dramatically, leading to chronic bloating, discomfort, and digestion issues. While rare, it's a serious side effect that now is under greater scrutiny. Another big concern is what kind of weight is actually being lost. If you're not focused on quality nutrition, specifically protein and healthy fats, and you're not strength training consistently, you're at a risk for not only losing just fat, but precious muscle mass. And that's a problem. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It's what keeps your metabolism humming, supports hormone balance, protects your bones, and keeps you strong as you age. Losing muscle slows down your metabolism and it increases your chances of regaining the weight down the line. That brings us to the other elephant in the room, rebound weight gain. GLP-1s work incredibly well when you're on them, but what happens when it's time to stop them? This isn't a lifetime drug. Eventually, you will come off it, and for many, the weight loss comes back fast. And honestly, it makes sense because most people haven't taken the time to develop the new eating habits, fix their sleep, reduce their stress, or incorporate regular movement. The medication suppresses hunger, but it doesn't retrain your brain, your coping mechanisms, or your emotional patterns with food. So when hunger returns, and it will, those old habits come roaring back. Many people end up right back where they started, or worse, with more weight gain than they lost. And that cycle of weight loss and regain, it can be brutal, and in fact is more detrimental to yo-yo than if you'd never lost the weight to begin. And it's not just discouraging, it's emotionally devastating, especially for women who have been stuck on the yo-yo diet roller coaster for decades. You know the one I'm talking about, the one that leaves you feeling like a failure over and over again. So who should actually consider GLP-1s? The truth is, these medications aren't for everyone. At least they shouldn't be. They're FDA approved for people with a BMI over 30 or over 27 with weight-related health conditions like high blood pressure or insulin resistance. Now, if you've tried everything, countless diets, trainers, macro plans, food journals, and your metabolism still feels like it's stuck in reverse, these drugs might be worth a conversation with your doctor. These can be powerful reset buttons for sure, but if your goal is to lose 10 pounds for a wedding or fit into your summer clothes and you're not committed to the process, this is not the solution. In fact, it could do more harm than good. And let's talk openly a minute about the population that can actually be harmed more than helped by these drugs. Those with already compromised health from years of eating processed food. Your body is inflamed, nutrient depleted, and insulin resistant. You are already in a fragile state. Now add a drug that causes rapid weight loss on top of that, you're setting the stage for complications. You may have heard of Ozempic face, that gaunt, hollowed appearance that results from losing fat and muscle too quickly. But it's not just a vanity concern. It's a visual cue that your body may be losing structural integrity, especially if you're not supporting it with proper nutrition and resistance training. So let's go a little bit deeper into the science for a minute. When your body is inflamed, meaning overfed with sugar and processed food and undernourished, your GLP-1 hormone production is often severely impaired or completely shut down. In these cases, yes, a GLP-1 drug can be a literal lifeline, but here's what no one's talking about. If you don't change your habits, especially your diet, the medication won't fix the root problem. If you continue eating the standard American diet, high in processed foods and low in nutrients, you're still feeding the disease, not healing from it. You may lose weight temporarily, but your cells, your organs, your systems, they're all still going to be struggling. So what's the fix? First, ask your doctor about microdosing. Your body doesn't automatically need the entire full dose of GLP-1. Microdosing allows your body to adjust over time and lets you feel when it's enough. Beyond the drug itself, the good news is it's actually quite simple. Maybe it's not easy, but it is simple. First, stop eating processed food and start fueling your body with nutrient-dense whole foods, foods rich in protein, healthy fats, and real vitamins and minerals if you're not getting enough from your food, which is often the case when you're beginning the repair process. Next, move your body. Walking daily will make a difference, but as soon as you have the energy, add some resistance training a few times a week. Also, prioritize sleep and deal with your stress because cortisol and poor rest will sabotage your progress just as much as sugar. When you combine these habits With the appetite regulation of GLP-1, the weight comes off in a healthier, more sustainable way. Your body begins to heal. Your energy returns, your muscle stays intact, and most importantly, you're not just getting thinner, you're getting stronger. In this process, your body will begin to produce its own GLP-1 hormone again, naturally. Now here's the deeper truth. No medication can fix a self-sabotaging mindset. If you don't start addressing your patterns, like emotional eating, all or nothing thinking, or the belief that you'll never succeed, then no shot, pill, or supplement will ever be enough. You need to work on what's going on in your heart and your head. That's the real work, the stuff that makes the weight loss stick. So the real takeaway is this: GLP-1 can absolutely be part of the solution, but they're not the solution. They're a tool, not a cure. And like any tool, their success depends on how they're used. If you're considering them, talk to your provider who understands the full picture: nutrition, exercise, stress, hormones, and yes, your mindset. Ask the hard questions. Don't settle for a prescription without a plan, because sustainable success doesn't come from suppressing your appetite. It comes from rebuilding your life around new and empowering habits. So if you've been curious about GLP-1s, now you know the good, the bad, and the honest truth. And if you're already taking them, don't rely on the medication alone. Support your body with the right foods, protect your muscles, move intentionally, manage your stress, and stay grounded in why you started. Remember, weight loss is never just physical. It's hormonal, it's emotional, it's psychological. So respect the journey. Equip yourself with the right tools and never settle for shortcuts that don't lead you where you truly want to go. I'd love to hear your thoughts about GLP-1. Have you tried it? Do you know someone who has? How was the experience? Do you know anyone that was on it long enough to have it be time to go off it? And if so, what happened then? I'd love to keep the conversation going so that we can all learn and grow from each other. And until next time, be good to yourself and be good to others.